Chi-Town, what up? You are now tuned into the Break Free Podcast Show. Break Free. Worldwide. Break Free. Worldwide. Break Free. Worldwide. Break Free. Worldwide.
Yo. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Break Free Worldwide podcast. My name is B-Boy Jeremy.
And my name is B-Boy Moy.
And we are back after a crazy week.
Yeah, did you guys really think that we're going to come back?
We did. Huh? We were out for like 24 hours. We were passed out for like 24 hours. But we're back now.
We're way back.
We ate a sensu bean, and now we're back, baby.
We just ate some tacos.
Yeah, 5 tacos in my belly. And yeah, guys, we hope y'all are staying safe. We hope y'all are staying motivated, staying active. And
I love how our light's not on.
Yeah, I know. But I think we still look good.
Yeah, we do.
But the Break Free Worldwide 2020 Championship is to a close. And we actually threw a 6-day jam.
6-day jam, that's correct.
We did a top 64. We had over 75 countries competing.
75 countries, 315 cities to be exact.
Yes, that's, I think when we say these stats, and on the serious note, all jokes aside, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to all of the supporters, all the contributors, everybody who tuned in, who shared, who provided feedback to us to let them know how it inspired them. And I think that is going to be said throughout a lot the rest of this podcast in the week. It's just thank you guys. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people at first, when we started promoting the event, a lot of people were kind of skeptical about it. And we don't blame you guys. It's kind of the first of its kind to this magnitude. And a lot can go wrong more than it can go right.
Yeah.
And so we were pumped about it. We believed in it. And we're just blessed by being able to pull it off and to have everyone's positive feedback come in. I mean, there's so many amazing stories came out of this, and I think that regardless of how how high level or how great the competition was, like the amount of stories that we received and the impact that we created worldwide was just incredible. And I think for me that was my favorite part, to be able to witness B-boys and B-girls that we don't get to see a lot, and to have them shine from the comfort of their own homes or their territories, and it just meant a lot to us here at Break Free.
Yeah, speaking of contributing people and support, we already have our chat box coming through with B-Boy Dennis. Shout out Enrique Galvan, DJ Renegade in the house. Yes, one of our ambassadors and judges. Nayeli Morales, who is a loyal supporter throughout all the broadcasts. So be sure to drop a chat comment in the box. And also, if you look at the link in our description and also on Facebook, there's a Zoom link for you guys to join in at home, and we can pull you up on our screen in about 10 to 15 minutes. We'll go into that portion. So join that Zoom link, be on deck, and we can pull you up and you guys can chat with us. But going back to the championship, if I could summarize things, what I learned of what is key is storytelling.
Yeah.
I think what I want the world to know, and what I realized myself and what I was reminded of, is that when it comes to dancing on the floor and then the culture off of the floor, storytelling is key.
Yeah.
So when it comes to on the floor, we of course saw B-boys and B-girls throwing crazy fresh rounds, concepts, different angles, different moves, some things I've never seen from people before. But this was a common theme throughout. Storytelling wise, what I thought was dope on the floor is you're able to see people's environments. You're able to effectively see where they come from, right? What they absorb on a daily basis in order to produce what they do on the floor. So when it comes to the rounds that people threw, I definitely think it was boosted by them just doing it from the comfort of their home. I related to me of like, if I was able to enter a competition and I was able to like battle from my garage, my dojo, where like how fresh would that be? And I can imagine how comfortable I would feel and like how I would go off. So I saw that in B-boys and B-girls and their storytelling. And of course, off the floor, the stories of them being able to, us utilizing technology and us being able to show their stories and how they break and why they break and air that before it. And I think that effectively helps people understand and digest people's rounds and the way they dance better. So if you're able to see a story of this dancer and where they come from, and then right after that see their round, I think you're going to be able to understand why they dance and how they dance better.
Yeah, and the beauty about the event was, the idea of just not knowing what's going to happen next. We mentioned that a lot throughout the live stream, that, what sparked all this is, the stay home kind of ordinance or rules that are in place by the world and the governments of our countries to practice social distancing and to be home. And, this is going to put a stop to COVID-19. But at the same time, that put a stop to a lot of things. It put a stop to events. It put a stop to our motivation. And so we really wanted to connect in a way that we can use this platform to motivate and inspire you guys to keep going and do more. And so I know that through these 6 days, we've seen a big boost of motivation in our scene. We're getting flooded with messages. I mean, since the live stream, and even more now, where B-boys and B-girls are like, thank you guys. We're so happy that you guys did this. I'm so motivated to practice. I'm so motivated to train. We're even getting messages from people that had actually stopped dancing for a minute, even before COVID-19.
Yeah.
And so to get those messages is inspiring, because it makes us feel like we did something right. And just to kind of clear the air, we didn't do this to kind of, take the light of, to say like, oh, we're the first ones to do something at this high level of production or this magnitude, or we want to be the ones to be like remembered because when nothing was happening, we did something. No, we did it because we wanted to inspire and we wanted to create an impact for you guys, and we really feel that momentum and that in that impact coming through. And so it's inspiring, and I think that moving forward, there's definitely going to be more of these coming from Break Free. We actually have our anniversary coming up in July, which normally it's a physical on-site event, but because of COVID-19, we just decided to, transfer all of our, or convert all of our on-site or physical events to online events pretty much for the rest of this year until we feel like it's necessary to open up. And so, like, we're definitely going to be providing more of these. And so if you missed out on the championship event, just know that we're always going to come with new events that you guys can participate in. And through all the people that, through all the, the feedback of where people were like skeptical about it and things like that, like, I think it's proven that, these events are not to replace real events. It's just an alternative. It's something different. And it's fun. I think what I learned out of this is that it was entertainment. And, I saw comments in the chat box of people saying like,
Chat box is lit.
Like, what are we supposed to do now that the live stream's over, So
I'll say something to that though, about, because that was a big topic of people like comparing it to a real jam. And I think that those type of conversations can lead to a dead end sometimes, but I think it's useful dialogue to compare it to real jam. Look at the pros and cons.
Look at this comment that just came in. Marcos from Drive Turkeys from Texas says, that event made me want to come out of retirement. Mad props to all the Break Free squad. That ish was hella dope.
Yeah, shout out Marcos. Shout out Drive Turkeys.
Yeah, it's comments like that, you know what I mean? Like, it really moved people to want to be creative, to want to be active, and that was the main goal. The main goal was to get our butts off the couches, get our heads out of the gutter, and to find a way to produce good creativity, good energy, and do something positive with it.
Yeah, I think on the topic of comparing it to a real jam, while some of those conversations can lead to a dead end, while no, it's not a real jam, I think in some ways it was better than a real jam. And looking at the simple fact that, like, we did it over 6 days, and I don't think there was one dull moment. There's some times when you're at jams and it can drag on for an hour or two.
Yeah.
So there is different places for it, but I think effectively what we summarize with this event is that you can transfer the essence of this culture. You can transfer the essence of a real jam onto a digital platform.
Well, I think ultimately what it is, it's like when you truly love something, it comes with you, so
yes.
Regardless of the platform that you're using to kind of display your art or your passion, yeah, it's a platform, and
that's it.
It definitely showcased that, and I think that a lot of people were afraid that it was going to compromise that. I think, to some extent, let's just say if there is any negative, the music. You're probably not going to be able to capture the musicality as best as you can probably see it in a real live event. But I did see some b-boys and b-girls like dance on point where I was able to capture it. So we know, so we know that there's going to be some compromise, but I think overall we did not compromise the essence of what we were doing. And in most cases, most of the positive feedback that we got was like, this felt like a real jam. I talked about this in the live stream as I was hosting that. I had a shot where I can look at the breakers before they actually go, and they're circling back and forth, pacing back and forth, like they were nervous or ready to battle. And that's exactly how we feel when we go into a competition. It's not like we're just waiting for someone to finish. No, we feel those butterflies. We feel like, we feel it all come in. So we saw it happen.
Another cool aspect that I thought was cool is like for the judges, from a judge's perspective, like judges are able to really zone in on a dancer's round. Like you don't have any distractions. Like you have headphones on, you hear the music, and you're watching the dancer's round. I thought that's always been kind of an experiment I wanted to try out at jams, is like at a physical jam having judges wear headphones and have only the music in their ears. Right. But now we got to see it, and even when I was judging twice, like I was able to really zone in on the person's round, and in my opinion, judge a little bit better. Because I don't like. Again, it's give and take for everything, but now I'm able to really zone in on how b-boy, b-girls getting down. I have the music in my ears and right in front of me.
Yeah, in the chat box, Renegade brings up a good point. He says not everyone can travel. Financial and family issues. Now they can stay involved, and which is true. What was great about the event as well is that we connected with the world instantly, like fast. And no one had to pay for $1,000 or $1,500 flight to travel to the U.S. or vice versa, travel to Europe or Asia or whatever. It was just literally just your feet to enter the competition, and that's it. A lot of people forget that whenever you're doing high-level competitions and you're traveling abroad or whatever, there's so much that goes into it. You have to pay to go to the event, you have to pay for travel, you have to get hotels, you have to pay for meals every single day. People were enjoying such an awesome show from their house, their garages, outside of the, or at their local parks or wherever they were, participating. But that was the beauty for me about this event, is that just like Renegade said, is like there's almost no excuse at this point. I guess if there was one, it's just like, man, you just had a bad connection.
Yeah, straight up. Yeah, and that's out of the hands. Like that's kind of just. As technology gets better, that will get better.
And we did, like Break Free, we did our very best to provide, again, quick solutions upon technical difficulties, but also even prior to knowing that there could be technical difficulties, we upgraded our internet speeds here in our offices.
Shout out to MVP knows that.
Our IT guy, MVP, and my partner, they went out and bought a $20,000 computer to make sure that everything ran properly. And so those were big investments that we made, but we made them because we know that this is just the beginning of what Break Free is going to offer in the future.
On the topic of people getting opportunities they might not have, how many genuine reactions did we see or receive, whether through feedback on DM or Instagram or live in front of us with like b-boys backflipping in their living rooms when they won? Like how much genuine energy did we get from people who don't, whether it's from the Africa East region or Asia, all around the world, there were b-boys and comments and instances that we saw where like they were genuinely appreciative of this opportunity to battle and represent on this platform.
Honestly, I can't even count.
Countless.
I can't even count. And if you guys were watching the live streams too, like you were able to see some of this. And then also too, you even heard it from like these world-class judges on how they felt about it. Like they felt like they were judging a real competition because they know that the b-boys and b-girls were not holding back. They were giving everything that they possibly could give at that very moment. And I enjoyed that about this competition, is that people looked at it just like any other competition. Yep. And that's why we also interviewed some of the competitors, and they said the same thing. I felt like they were right there, and I had to do my thing. If I wanted to advance, I got to go all out. And I thought that was amazing, man.
Yeah, we got B-Boy Pernina in the house, top 32 America.
Shout out to Brazil.
Man, for me, if I had to give an Illest Environment Award, it would go to Pernina. his alley that he was getting down in, and his companion, the cat that strode upon him and watched him getting down. That whole vibe, man. That whole vibe was. I heard like 4 people say it reminded them of Street Fighter. So shout out to Pernina. We got B-Boy Drift in the house too. The MVB,
DJ Vinzel,
Africa East region. DJ Comp One, who also contributed some of the music and will be on the Solidarity album. Shout out Have a Coral Comp One.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, seeing this right now, seeing people still fiending for break free vibes and the vibes of hip hop culture. I think I saw a comment earlier like, so what's up? Let's run it back next week. I already got withdrawal symptoms. You know, this is crazy to see, man. That people are still on board and wanting to tune in and connect, man. So I think this is a good time to introduce and talk more about our next 3 things that we want to do.
Yeah, real quick before we get into that, I do want to say this. You know, through our entire 6 days of live stream, and I don't even know how many hours exactly it was. We'll get those numbers later, but we only had like one major technical difficulty where we had to kind of come off the air for like 10 minutes or so.
Yeah.
And it was due to...
It wasn't even that bad.
Yeah, it was due to like weather in Houston, and then also our software had pretty much like met its capacity. Like we were streaming for 8 hours straight.
Yeah, that was a big deal region day leading into the global.
And it was still going, but we took it off the air because it started to lag, and so we wanted to make sure that we could fix that. And so within 10 minutes, and it was a transition between, I guess, the B-girls and the B-boys, right? We were able to fix it like just like that. And so it didn't take much to do that. Again, we have like the proper equipment in here to be able to fix that quickly. And it was just amazing to know that that was the only thing that went wrong. Besides, you know, flip your phone horizontal, which is what I heard is now the new one breaker, one move for these online battles is flip your screen or flip your phone horizontal. It's pretty amazing. But yeah, let's go into these next 3 projects.
Before we go into the next 3 projects that we're going to announce, shout out to our Facebook chat box. I see J-Rock, who represented in the 32 as an alternate. He jumped straight in. When we called on him, he was on deck ready, and he threw a class. The studio was bugging out whenever he's throwing that round. So shout out to
classic
J-Rock.
rounds from J-Rock,
shout
man.
Out to J-Rock, style of his crew. Yes, CC, another loyal supporter. Shout out CC. And,
Sideshow, can't forget Sideshow. Sideshow Mall was here.
So before we go into these next 3 projects, in about 5-10 minutes, we're going to be calling people up. If you see our link in our Facebook description and our YouTube description, it's a Zoom link where you can join in and talk to us live right now. So if you're interested in coming on, talking and sharing your thoughts about the championship, join that Zoom link now. In about 5 to 10 minutes, we'll start letting y'all in to discuss with us. So first up, for our next 3 initiatives, I'll go in order.
Yep.
So the first thing that we are going to be rolling out is our online registration for our Break Free Hip Hop School.
Yeah.
That logo that you see behind Moy right there. And this is a good opportunity to talk about, like, I know people see Worldwide and Hip Hop School. Let them know what the differentiating factor is between these 2.
Yeah, so if you guys look behind us, obviously Break Free Worldwide is the parent company. This is the mom and the dad. So Break Free Worldwide owns Break Free Hip Hop School. And Break Free Hip Hop School, though, is really the foundation of what we do. Is the educational side of what we do. We have, you know, on-site physical locations and now online classes, which you'll talk about. So Break Free Worldwide is the daddy, right, or the mommy, and controls these other brands, the Break Free Hip Hop School, and then also Create Your Escape. Create Your Escape is basically, it not only is it a tagline for us, but it's also a apparel line for us, and it's also a way of life. It's what we consider CYE lifestyle, the Create Your Escape lifestyle, where, you know, you got to use what you got to get what you want, and that's where that stems from. And so that's why you see these logos. These are the logos of the entire Break Free Worldwide kind of organization. And so familiarize yourself with them, and if you guys have any additional questions about them, we can answer those.
Yes,
but
sir.
that's what that is.
So Break Free Hip Hop School will be opening up online classes for the entire world very, very soon. We're starting with local Houston area first, so within the next 48 hours, really, we'll be opening up the gates for Houston area students to come on to our online classes. Currently, we have over 300 who are transferred over from whenever they, of course, were in our facility classes in Break Free Hip Hop School, and we rolled out this online program for them, and these were the first to get a hold of this online program that we're doing. So within 48 hours 48 hours, we will be opening up online registration for all the Houston area locals and participants that want to come on and learn breaking, DJ, art, and eventually emceeing. So those are the four, of course, elements of hip hop culture, and that's what Break Free Hip Hop School is going to be offering to teach at all levels.
Yeah.
I think this would be a good opportunity. MVP, can you throw up that graphic again? I want to go over the levels and what we have offered. So Boom Baps, right? The Boom Baps, that is our foundation of our program, the toddler program. So that's ages 3 to 6 years old. And yes, that means there are 3-year-olds who can smoke you. That is the Boom Bap program. Beginner is, of course, any beginner level, anybody who's aspiring, wants to get into breaking, wants to get into DJing, wants to get into emceeing, wants to get into art. That's what the beginner program is. Intermediate level is, of course, the stepping stone, right? You've already got your feet wet in the culture. You are a b-boy, you are a b-girl, you are a DJ, you are an artist already, and you want to further your path. You want to start your career path with us, and you want to build upon your legacy and start to compete nationally, represent nationally, and work as a working artist. The champions level is exactly what it sounds like, the champions. So this is whenever the intermediate level levels up, they start to represent nationally, represent globally, and they start to make a name for themselves within the culture. And then the pioneer level, there's actually a new level that we're introducing for our hip hop school program. The pioneers are the champions, the people who've been in this program, who've been in this culture for a long time and have built a rep and established a rep. And the Pioneer program is going to further solidify that and bring us on board in the Break Free family in order to open up more locations, in order to further solidify your legacy within your art form. And that effectively goes from Boom Bap all the way up to Pioneer. So those are the levels that we offer within all of our programs. So if you see everybody who's watching right now, there's a level for you, right? Beginner, intermediate, champion, pioneer. And there's a lot that goes along with every single one of these levels. But on a simple level, Break Free Hip Hop School is opening up online registration around the world very soon, starting with Houston, moving on to a national level, and then a global level soon. So make sure you stay in tune with us, breakfreeworldwide.com. If you register as a member, you'll get all resources and updates.
Yeah.
And speaking more about the online experience, man, I know people are aware of Zoom already at this point. I think the whole world knows about Zoom. Mm-hmm. And we do Zoom online classes a part of this, but there's also a really, really cool and innovative curriculum that we've established for our digital classes.
Yeah.
So what this is, it's a classroom environment, right? We use Google Classrooms, and each of these levels has 3 phases, right? So phase 1, beginner, phase 2, phase 3, and each one of these phases have assignments to them. So relating it to breaking, phase 1, beginner might involve a cross step for top rock. It might involve CCs, kickouts, right? Learning a backspin eventually at an intermediate level. And in order to advance to the next level, you have to complete these assignments. You have to submit your work. You get graded by an instructor. You can engage with them. So whenever we were coming up with this curriculum, this was a whole nother story, right? Before we came up with the event, we were here for a week or two before the outbreak really started to lock things down. And we worked tirelessly day and night, filming these videos, putting this curriculum onto a digital platform. And as I was looking at everything, I was like, man, if a student really goes through all of this, how fresh are they going to be? Like, how ill are they going to be?
Yeah, I know. On that note, MVP, pull up the graphic one more time. On that note, this is what I want to go over that you just probably forgot. But like the first 3 levels is what we considered our undergraduate program.
Yes.
So Break Free, it's on its way of becoming an certification institute, an accredited school for hip hop culture. And we really want to make sure that the training and everything that we have to offer, it's legitimized and standardized. And so we're doing our very best to kind of even legitimize these levels or these phases. And so the first 3 levels that you see, the boom baps, the beginners and intermediate, are basically undergraduate levels for certification, where our champions and our pioneers program are a graduate level for certification. So our goal is to be able to provide a platform where people that are, in this deep, and students that are aspiring to become champion b-boys or b-girls or pioneers one day, that, Break Free can become a platform to be able to help you get to where you want to get to. I think the biggest struggle and the biggest obstacles in the breaking or hip hop community, the underground hip hop community, is that everybody always wondered, like, can this be sustainable? Can this actually be a career for you?
Yeah.
This is what we do. This is what we lived. And we've made this a career. And part of it is because we've used Break Free as our stepping stone to be able to create more stones that even you guys can walk on. And so having a certification institute really legitimizes what we want to do. And even from a break free standpoint, we want to, connect with you guys, even people that are at champion or pioneer level, and you guys are going through these programs. Like, we want to give you the tools to maybe even open up your own hip hop school, open up your own programs where Break Free can help assist and provide resources and support for you guys, and you guys can build now career paths through Break Free. That's been one of our biggest goals at Break Free, is to help create kind of an ecosystem within our community where B-boys and B-girls, MCs, DJs, graffiti writers have a sustainable income doing what they love to do. And, we're fortunate that everybody at Break Free has that. Now we want to take that to the world. And so please follow all the updates and all the information that we're giving you, because if that event didn't show you how serious we are, I mean, everything that we have coming up and some of the projects that even Jeremy's going to mention now, we're very serious, guys, and we're not joking around. Like, we want to be able to support, give back, and help you guys create career paths with what you want to do.
We have a question from Heavy Duty. Says, is there a class for hip-hop verbiage? So I think that goes along the lines of, like, in these classes, is there history lessons? Is there lessons on knowledge, right? On wisdom and understanding within hip-hop culture? And yes, that was one of my favorite parts of us developing this process. Is if I break down the different criterias upon which these assignments fall in, there's knowledge, there's technique, there's performance, and then there's originality. So these are 4 categories of which we grade our assignments, in which these assignments fall under. So you have a whole plethora of knowledge assignments, which includes researching B-boys and B-girls, right? Or if you're a DJ, researching pioneering DJs, understanding what these terms mean, right? And then you have technique lessons, which are, of course, learning a baby scratch for DJing, right? Learning how to set up equipment. Or for breakers, it's, of course, learning a 6-step, learning a CC, and then learning how to use those things. So it's broken down. It's broken down to its simplest level.
And if you watch the competition, like, we made it a point to give you guys rich history from the culture, like the break tapes that we were showcasing, the stories from promoters and organizers and world-class B-boys and pioneers of the scene. We didn't want to just give you a competition. We wanted to be able to educate you guys, because without history, none of us will be able to be here right now. Yeah. And so it is important to follow. We don't want to just make champion B-boys or B-girls, but we want to be able to educate them, because you can be the dopest dancer in the world, but if you can't teach, then I personally don't think that you're not that dope, because everything that you do, you should be able to convert that over to a lesson. And that's how this spreads. So I think that every dancer should be able to find a way to educate or give back. And again, that is the foundation of Break Free. Education before everything.
Yes.
And so that's why this logo exists, and that's why these online classes, the break tapes, and all that rich history exists, because without it, none of this will be here right now.
Yep. Shout out to Mzushi Africa, who was another ill B-boy in the top 32. He was, if you remember, he was the scene where he had his family behind him. Yeah. Right, big open space and getting down. That's when
that was my favorite shot.
Yeah. He gave the whole studio a chill. So much love to Mzusi Africa. He actually said, "This is so dope to hear. This is a problem with a lot of breakers, is getting certification." So that says it right there. If people are able to really see just off of this, I can't wait to see how we roll everything out to you, because then the vision will become really clear about how we're trying to, I've been saying this a lot, is I think our culture shines brightest when we uplift each other, right? When we build our ecosystem, when we build our community. Yeah. And these are words that have been floated around a lot over the years in the breaking community, but and in the hip hop scene and culture. But I think it's about us really taking hold of those words and actualizing them, manifesting them.
Yeah, I had a call with Kareem earlier this morning. I was driving up to the office, and I was talking to Kareem from Rock Force, and he was just commending us and congratulating us on the event. And one of the things that we talked about is that people are always saying that they're going to do this and do that. And he was like, "Man, but you guys really did that." And those are Kareem's words. It's like, eyes. Damn, y'all did that.
Look at the bags in their eyes.
And so that's one of the things. It's like, guys, you can have all the greatest ideas in the world, but if there's no action behind it, then what good are those ideas?
They're just ideals.
They're just, exactly. So you got to put action behind everything that you want to do. And the biggest thing that Break Free can give to anybody is our word. And so, like, our word is everything. So if we say we're going to do it, you best believe we're going to do it.
That's right. MVP's giving me word that we have some people on Zoom wanting to talk.
All right, bring them up.
Yeah, let's bring them up.
And then we'll come up to these other projects.
We'll go to the other ones. No index. Yeah, bring up my boy. No, he just showed us a paper. So bring my boy up, man. Yo! Big brother! Can you hear us?
I hear you guys.
Yeah, we hear you.
All right, we hear you.
Are you in the abyss right now? Are you in a bottomless pit? Where are you?
I'm actually in my room, brother. But if I open up the other light,
MVP, can you turn it up a little bit on his audio?
Yo, Christian, what was this experience for you, bro? Like, I had told you before we even went live with the promotion, I said, hey, I want to let you know and start letting people know about this idea that you heard, or this concept that you heard about that might come to life. And I bet, like, even yourself, you were like, what? Wait, what? What is this? But now that we did it and we went through it and you saw us promote it and you competed in it, like, what are some of the feedback that you have, you know?
First of all, I'm gonna publish a blog Thursday, anyways, about that topic. But when you hit me up, you just told me to promote it immediately with, like, even with the prize money, and people just wrote me and I said, like, what the heck? This is not gonna happen. This is not real. And I was just, who was it? I was like, you told me not to mention your name, so I was just like, watch out. And when I competed there myself, I was skeptical at first because it's not a real jam to me. It wasn't, but when I did it, as you just mentioned yourself in the podcast right now, there are the butterflies. You are nervous. You just really want to battle, and I really wanted to take out Chirito, but it didn't work out this time for me. So hopefully next time. But all I can say, man, competing there on this level and have this platform, and this was my third battle this year, so it was a great time, man. It's been amazing.
Yeah, that's great.
Cool, man.
Yeah, the question that Moy asked was really important because I think even for us, like, we had our expectations going into the jam. And then actually seeing everything come and manifest, it was totally different than even what we could. Like, we planned it and we brainstormed it, but it's interesting to hear from a B-boy's perspective, from somebody who battled, like, okay, this is what I thought about it. Maybe these are my expectations. And actually being in it, it was a lot different than what I thought. And these were the difference. So what were the highlights for you, Christian, like you being into it, and to combat that too on the opposite side of the spectrum? What do you say you think you would like to see more of in the event? So what was your favorite highlight? And then moving forward, what do you think can be improved on?
Good question. I think my favorite highlight was just that the quietness that is there. Like, you get hit up by your chat, which was amazing, and we locked out 5 minutes, 10 minutes before it was my turn, and it was really quiet. So as a competitor, that's an amazing thing to have, so you can totally concentrate on your round, what you want to do. So you could just really, you don't have this at a jam. You have to go out the venue, and then you have to, like, walk blocks away. And even there, it's not quiet because there's cars passing or whatever. So that has been amazing that you can really have, like, a strong mind before you go into the battle. And as you guys said, with the music, for me, it was like, I was on point, but at the, on the live stream itself, what people saw, it was not on the music, but this is just some issues that you can't figure out. But this was like my only thing that bothered me in a way. So this would be the thing that you guys, however, should try to improve. But honestly, man, I think you are in a great way. And 5 years ago, we wouldn't have believed that. So it's just amazing to be a part of it, to be honest.
Even this, look at that. We're chatting with you right now live, and you're in a cave somewhere.
Not in this pit.
Yeah, in Germany. Because all we see is your face.
He's falling right now.
You're like the mirror from Shrek. Or it's just like the face.
Lord Farquaad. Yo,
yeah, bro, that's what's up.
We miss you, brother.
Yeah, we miss you too. But do you guys remember that? Maybe funny for the people watching. 5 years ago when I was there, 2014, the first time, I remember you, Moy, talking to Jeremy about the 5-mark lane, whatever border of a company. And now 5 years later, you're doing this amazing job. And it's just, man, respect, man. That's been amazing.
We love you, brother. We got nothing but love for you.
Much love to you, Index. We appreciate you coming on, man. We're going to bring somebody else in, And we'll catch up with you later, man.
Yeah, I
Much
think we
props to
got-
Christian, no index.
We got word from MVP that our boy Drift is coming on.
What's up, Drift?
The MVB
Let's bring up
of the
B-Boy
Africa East
Drift.
region. And we still got love in our chat box going. Enrique Galvan, we got to get our boy in the studio one day. Enrique, you're going to have to wash
How
your
many
hands.
viewers do we got? Can you tell us?
Enrique, you're going to have to wash your hands, put on a mask, and come up to Break Free soon, please.
Yo, what's up, man?
Yo, what up? What up? How you guys doing?
Good, bro. Congratulations again.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, man. I'm still happy, man. I still can't believe what happened on Friday, bro. Like, I'm still in shock. Good shock, by the way, but yeah, I'm super happy, bro.
Yeah, Drift, you're from Uganda? Are you from Uganda?
No, I'm from Kenya.
Kenya. Okay, cool, man. What?
Yeah.
Tell us what this experience was like for you, bro.
The experience was really dope for me. First of all, thanks to you, Moy, for exposing us to the world. I think us as East Africa were really, like, the B-boys in East Africa were really waiting for this opportunity to come where the world would see what we can do. And you really played a really big role in exposing us to the world. Like, I've gotten a lot of messages from B-boys that I've never even heard of, just appreciating me. And also popular B-boys that are well known around the world. Like, they're sending me messages and telling me that, yo, I killed it. And it was unbelievable because, to be honest, first of all, for me, I was kind of like doubting myself. I wasn't really sure I would make it that far. I was just doing it. I just joined the competition out of the passion that I have for this dance. And I think the fruit paid. So thank you for giving us the opportunity to showcase what we have as Africa. And yeah, it's really amazing, bro. Like, I'm still in shock, man. Like, this has been one of my highlights this year. So
Have you been
yeah,
able to represent at any other international jam? Have you battled outside of Africa before?
No. I haven't battled outside of Africa. This was my first battle. So, and it turned out the way it did. So that's pretty crazy.
Isn't it crazy how you battled outside of Africa, but you didn't leave Africa?
Yeah.
But you know, man, like you said it yourself, like, to get those messages from like well-known b-boys or b-girls showing you love, that's why we do this, bro. It's because we're a part of a community that really is neck to neck. We're out after each other, trying to be the best, and sometimes we forget to uplift each other and help each other out. And so it's been in our hearts for a long time to find a way to connect with the region, your guys' region, and to be able to give back and contribute. And so this is just one of many opportunities that we'll be able to provide something for you guys, man. And you guys, and I get chills when I say this, but like, you guys are just as good, if not better, than a lot of other b-boys and b-girls in the world. And I think that you guys don't give yourself enough credit for that. And you guys deserve all the credit, because to us it means so much to be able to have such humble human beings like yourself, to be able to know, like, your circumstances, but you also know that you are a part of this community. And regardless of circumstances and the things that we deal with, we're all in this together. It's one of the first rules that I mentioned at the beginning of the live stream. Is like, guys, we're all in this together. Let's enjoy it together. Let's be a part of it together. We forget that, like, that this is not just a competition. This is about connecting and engaging. And we were able to connect with someone like you, bro. Like, we were able to connect with someone like you.
So I know you're telling us thank you, but man, thank you.
Yeah, thank
all thanks to
you.
you,
Seen, like, you guys motivated us, inspired us.
Yeah,
as much as you think, like, some of the bigger name breakers have inspired you guys did that and so much more.
Yeah.
Right back.
Yeah, I'm really honored by your words. Like, honestly, I'm really honored by your words. And yeah, I'm just praying that God will bless you guys to do even greater things. I'm sure that there are other b-boys out there who uh, yearn for their story to be told, just as we got the opportunity to tell our stories through this platform. So I'm just praying that maybe one day God will connect us, and we might be able to also make them to tell their story. And
It will happen, bro.
Full circle, brother.
It will happen.
And are you next to the spot where you were dancing in? Are you in your
yeah,
home?
yeah, I'm actually yeah. So
Let me see it.
Dallas, right? Yeah,
That's where it all went
yeah,
down.
this was
Yeah, the infamous prop. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, what is
Yes,
that? What
that's
is that, an instrument?
yeah. This is at my. I'm currently living at my uncle's place. So this is the living room. So this is where if you just want to come chill, if you don't want to watch TV, you can come chill here. So yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
And what you have
So
in your
this is
hand?
our.
What's the name of that instrument
Yeah,
in your hand?
what is that? What is the name of that?
Oh, this is actually a god. A lot of ethnic groups in Kenya use this for like they usually brew some drink. It's kind of like traditional yogurt where they mix charcoal with milk, then they drink it off of this god. So
Okay, cool. Thought it was
this
an
is what
instrument or
this is.
something.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, but
Yo,
but at the same
Drew,
time,
thank you, brother, for coming on and sharing your
Yeah.
light and your passion with us, bro. And there's no reason why we can't keep continuing to connect.
We'll keep that connection going.
So let's keep it going, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you for your time.
Much love, Drift.
Peace out.
MVP. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's amazing. I got chills for sure. We
we
got
have
time.
anybody else?
We got time for one more. MVP let us know it's our boy Choi from Dallas. Take it easy, crew. So let's pull up
bring
Choi.
Choi.
And this will be the last one before we go into our next initiatives. But Choi actually was in the top 32 for the Americas region. He was a B-boy I actually sponsored. So
Yeah, and also too, Troy, was very involved in our early live streams about when we started promoting it, and so he had a lot of questions, a lot of great feedback, and so let's hear what Troy has to say. Can you bring him up? Troy, yo.
can you hear us?
We can't hear you.
Hey guys, can y'all hear me now?
There we go.
There we go.
Take it easy.
What is
crew.
up?
What's up, man?
What's up, Moy? What's up, Jeremy? How y'all doing?
Good, brother. How are you?
Good, good. I was actually just about to start cooking lunch for
Hey,
the
turn
family.
your phone horizontal. Nah, just
No, we're just
I'm
joking.
just playing.
I was like, man, don't do this. I had a day full of this.
Dallas in the
But,
building. What's up, Troy? How are you, man? Everything good?
Good, good, man. I've been constantly tuning into, just this amazing event that y'all have been putting together. Honestly, it's just crazy to see. Like, I've been on so many people's lives just constantly asking questions. I feel like I'm part of Break Free now.
I saw you.
Hey.
You went live with Rudy Rex, right?
Hey, hold on, Troy.
Man.
Let's go back. Let's go back to what you said. You said you feel like you're a part of Break Free right now. I might be hitting you up, man. Let's do something in Dallas.
Yeah, man.
We're ready to open up a
Yeah, that'd
school
be
out
nice.
there.
That'd be nice, bro. Let me know what's up.
Don't say less.
Yeah,
Say less.
For sure.
Yeah.
Just let's get out of this ordinance, and we'll be right over and make it happen quick.
Yes.
Yeah,
But
that sounds good.
I do want to say this, bro. Like, you're much appreciated, man. I was telling Jeremy, you coming on to like the early live streams, tuning in with myself, Wina, Jeremy, and bringing your positive feedback and also your kind of skeptical feedback of like just not knowing what's going to happen. That's important because this is how we get better. And so I know you were skeptical at first, but overall, what was the experience like for you, man? Because first off, you were ripping it, bro. Like you were dancing the way just like every time I see you dance. Yeah. And so like you didn't compromise who you were, which I really enjoy in dancers when they just stick to their guns and they do what they know how to do best. And I think that's sometimes in competitions, whether it's a digital platform or a physical platform, I feel like dancers are starting to like compromise to like what people call quote unquote formulas.
Yeah.
But you did your thing, man, and you represented to the fullest, man. So much love to you, dude.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, just to go on that. Yeah, a bit skepticalism, right? Because it's something new. I think a lot of my perspective came from just as an event coordinator myself. I know like there's gonna be so many things on the table for y'all, pros and cons, and no one really gets to see the legwork behind. So I wanted to present that perspective of, hey, like I'm in this with y'all, like I have the same amount of questions, but my approach is a bit different, right? I'm not going to stay behind the screen. I'm not going to be, just throwing out shade. If you have questions, ask. If you have, if you, it's, and that's the thing about, I think, especially with this pandemic, like especially, I don't know if y'all have heard all the just hate crime that's happening, and it's kind of sad to see that. And I feel like and I said this before in one of our lives, I think as a human nature, we like to complain, we like to poke at the things that are wrong instead of creating solutions. Which when you came on, Moy, and you said, this isn't the solution, we're just trying something out. Like I really respect your perspective on that, because people really need to understand, like we're not going to get it right the first time. As
Yeah.
coordinators or anything post production, like we're gonna make mistakes, and as humans, like you got to be a little bit more empathetic, and just understand that, especially when you're doing it the first time around, like come on, it's easy for us to point the finger and say like, see, it went wrong, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wanted people to know, like, yo, like it's one thing to be skeptical, but it's another thing to just sit there and hate, like ask questions, like reach out and just get more knowledge. That's what it comes down to, right? It's the fear of not knowing that causes these mutations in ideas, when you can just ask questions and just consolidate everything in stone and have conversations. um so yeah, for me, I want it to be that perspective, that where everyone can kind of be like, oh yeah, see, I see how Choi feels, like exactly, like, but it takes a lot of guts to come out and just be able to say all that, you know but
Yeah.
again, for me, it was an
It took a
amazing
lot,
experience.
man. It took a lot to do what we do, and I think that, like you said, it's so easy for people just to kind of point a finger, but in reality, is you know, I've said this a lot on the live stream as well. Is that there's an entire team behind this production, and it took a lot of hours, a lot of sacrifice. A lot of us have kids, married. We have our own homes that we need to attend to, but was just very, very tough, because we're committed to a project and we wanted to make sure that if we are doing something, we're going full out. I don't believe in doing anything halfway, and so for its first time, I thought that there was very little issues, and I thought that like our team did a great job. But what made it easy is that once we started, all the people, all you guys followed and made it right. Like even though Break Free provided a platform, the competitors, the viewers, everyone just made it right, and that's what made it easy. Like honestly,
I want
like
to add on to that.
what I was concerned about, I wasn't even concerned about technology. I was just concerned about b-boys and b-girls not being on time
Yeah.
for like when they need to log in and log out, and this was the first time I've seen the breaking community respond so professionally, and I was just like, I was blown away by that. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't mean to diss any b-boy or b-girl out there, but we're so used to like events being like 2 hours behind. You know what I mean? And this was the first event that actually ran on time to the T.
No, definitely. I'm not gonna lie, like especially coordinating events myself, like I'm gonna be real. Yeah, a lot of dancers, they like to act like the show is for them, which
Exactly.
a lot of people don't know. When like Break Free, y'all really created just a platform. Like I really wanted to add on to that. Like everyone had to pull their own weight, and like you were saying, people had to be professional. Like you had people showing, the competitors showing up an hour early to be in this Zoom meeting, and we were all there. Like there was probably like one or two people that made it like just in time. But I mean, just that whole factor is like, man, everyone is participating, or who is participating is doing it right. You know what I mean? This is how you should be, because like I was telling I forgot who it was, but I was on so many lives. But if you're in the industry scene, the professional scene, like they're not gonna take you being late. Like this is for a check. Like you should be here by 6. when you're supposed to go on by 7, right? That's how the industry world works. So
If
like,
you're on time, you're late.
yeah, exactly. And you hear, like, I've heard my teacher say that before, but until I got into the just the money making of whole the dance genre, the gigs and all that, that's when I started to understand, like, oh, like, I'm on people's time. Like, they're not just here to pay me for my, they're here for my professionalism. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why a lot of times, like, gigs will not contact b-boys back. You know what I mean? You
Yeah,
have to go through
you're
an
absolutely
entertainment
right.
company. So, and it's sad because it's like, yo, if you could be your own manager, you wouldn't need someone like taking a percentage from you, right?
Yeah.
So
Well, I think
I
that
think this
falls in
was a
line.
good lesson.
I think that falls in line with the word standardization, like what we're trying to implement into the scene. And it's not changing people. It's not trying to change the scene. I think a better way to put it is we're trying to inspire people to
Definitely.
elevate, right? Elevate in
Let
all
me
levels. I
let
said
me
this a
give
lot
you
over the past 2 weeks on different lives as well, but I think a lot of times b-boys and b-girls, they think solely about elevating their craft and that's it. Meaning, I want to become a dope b-boy and b-girl and that's it. That's where people draw the line. And I think what people miss in that is part of being a dope b-boy and dope b-girl is being a dope person, and that involves elevating yourself and respecting people's time and respecting your own time and acting professionally and coming clean and coming correct and knowing when to go hard and knowing when to dial it back and having that balance. So I think that falls in line with standardizing and hopefully inspiring the culture, inspiring the scene across all art forms to start to think about things more like this rather than just think about solely your own craft and you being dope.
No, definitely. And with that being said, like, as much as there's hate, whatever shade coming your way, like, I'd really like to see those people throw an event and see how much legwork goes behind the scenes. Because again, like, it's so easy to complain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's so easy to brush off what you think is easy, but once you actually put your foot in there, like, you're not gonna realize how much legwork goes. Like, man, when y'all posted at the end of the event, y'all had all those people, come on camera, and you're like, yo, these are the people behind the scenes. Like, I was telling Rudy, I'm pretty sure there was more. You know what I mean? It was just on site. Those are the people on scene. You know what I mean?
And you're absolutely right. There was. I mean, and I mentioned, I said there's people on the accounting side. There's people that are working from home, and it took a lot of people to do this, man. And that's why we appreciate everybody that did get involved and all the positive feedback, even the negative, because without the negative, we won't be able to move forward. And so, again, like, we've done this together. Break Free might have been the platform, but it was a collaborative and collective effort between us and the community. Without the community, this event doesn't happen. We were just motivated by the idea of not being able to do anything, and so we wanted to make something of that. And so, like you mentioned, I mentioned it live. This is not the solution to this problem. We just want to come in and do something and have fun and find a way to engage and connect, because that's what this is about. And when all the events are being announced that they're being canceled, that's a disconnection. So how do we connect that again? And so that's what we wanted to do, man. So, yo, thank you for your time, bro. And I know everyone has been telling me, yo, Troy has been doing lots of lives and talking a lot about the event. And so, yo, thank you so much for that, because you're being an ambassador and an influencer for not only what we're doing, but also for what you believe in. And that's part of what Jeremy is saying about uplifting each other, because you're educating, and without educating people, then we're only thinking about ourselves. It's so easy in the breaking world to be like, oh, but he's part of this crew, he's part of that. Forget that. That only matters whenever you're in front of your opponent. Outside of that, it doesn't even matter, man. We got to help each other out. You know what I'm saying? We're too grown. We're too grown to be able to battle like, oh, I'm we're this and we're that, like, I've always said,
just to add on to
we
that,
can battle at the highest level, going at it, beefing, but then we can go out to eat afterwards and talk about it, because that's what civilized, grown people do. And that's what this is, and so we should be able to do that. And so instead of always just pointing the finger and finding a way to complain about something, I mean, if it doesn't have action, if you're not providing solutions or you're not uplifting one another, then it's like, it serves no purpose. Just keep it to yourself,
Yeah.
Let me just add on to that. I just want to say, thank you for having me on. Like, I know I don't, me personally, I have no affiliation with Break Free. Like, y'all are just people that I know in my scene, my friends, people that I'm kind of looking up to when it comes to events and stuff like that. I just want people to know, like, I came on solely for my own purpose, you know what I mean? And I wanted to be a voice of not reason, but a sense of like, yo, I'm part of the community that has all these questions, that Halsey have all these like skepticalism towards it. But again, like, I think it's just ironic that we as b-boys or b-girls, like, the history we come from, it comes from creating from nothing, and
Yeah.
people, like, we have nothing right now and everyone's still complaining about this event. It's like, yo, like, just hear the irony in that. You know what I mean? Like, we're
Yeah.
trying to do something and we're trying to do what we want to do and we want to make something for it. Like, why are you standing against us? Why aren't you with us? Like, I thought you're a b-boy or a b-girl, you're part of this community, so to me it was like, yo, if I'm about this culture, am I really going to sit here and complain, or do I want to be part of it and participate? So that
Yes,
was
sir.
my, for me, that was just like my own testimony to myself. And that was my testimony in my post. Like, I did it for us, the people that believe in the history of it. You know what I mean? The people that believe that, it's not always going to be about wrong or right. It's just about making it
Yeah.
work.
That's right.
Yeah, you said it, man. Thank you, Troy, for your time, bro, and we appreciate you, man. And we'll definitely connect soon because I'm serious about that Dallas project, man.
Yeah.
So we'll appreciate you, man.
You know what I noticed? Whenever you spin some real stuff, you go like this with your hands.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
'Cause that's how much I have. I have power in my hands, baby. Come on.
We were gonna move it on, but I got two people. We're gonna bring them up really quickly to say hi. First is FX Box. Can you bring up FX Box? I just want to say hi to him real quick and give him some love. Because if I don't bring him on, he's gonna ring up my phone. Yo, Uncle, Big Unc,
Yeah, like that.
Uncle Felix.
What up? What up? What up?
Awake? Are you awake right now? I got two people.
Man, I'm trying to recover, bro. I'm old cat, bro.
You spent one day with us, half a day.
I was there one day with you guys. And I feel like I was there like 10 days, constructed everything. And set up.
Yo, we love you, Felix.
Man, kudos to y'all, bro. Worldwide,
Nah,
you guys
thank you,
pulled
bro.
it off,
thank you,
man.
Felix.
Bro, like, you guys, I know that I'm older than you guys, and I say a lot of crazy stuff, but I love you guys, man. Great leadership, bro. I'm excited I'm excited about the whole thing. I've had people comment from all over the world, family members, friends. They're like, man, Break Free is class act. And I'm like, yo, like, it is, because these guys work hard. I told them these guys have worked hard in the scene, behind the scenes, and developing their brand, and that's what it's about, man. It's about the culture.
Sir.
Kudos to you guys, man.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
We love you, man.
And if people don't know, Felix was one of the contributing producers. He's the man who made the flute song. If y'all are watching, y'all know the flute song. That's my boy right there.
I had to modify it a couple times. You know what I'm saying?
Song, boy.
It took me like 5 minutes to modify, but I did what I had to do, bro.
Oh yeah. Hey man, Felix is gonna be on the Solidarity album as well. So much love to our boy Felix. Man, that's our uncle right there.
That's Uncle.
And we got one more. We got one more person coming up. This is M. Zuchi, Africa. This is the man who inspired in the Africa East region with that ill scene. Why Not actually posted him on his IG.
Yeah.
This is Why Not's favorite moment from when he was judging. So let's pull up our boy M. Zuchi, Africa, to say hello. Last person before we move on. But yeah, this is crazy to see too.
It's nuts.
We're pulling people up on the screen that we have now. I could do this all day.
Is Zushi Africa with us?
How's it looking, MVP? Yes, sir. Zushi, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, sir. How are you, brother?
I'm doing good, man. Such a pleasure, man, to see you again.
The pleasure is all ours, man. The pleasure is all ours, especially after what you did in the Africa East region in that 32, man. You definitely impacted. You definitely inspired, man. How do you feel coming off of what you did in that battle? What is your experience? What can you say about it?
Man, I can say like coming out of Kenya and being one of the b-boys in Kenya who's really been pushing for the scene here in Kenya. It's an amazing experience for us because with this COVID-19 thing going on, there's really not much that has been going on. So when you guys came up with this idea, B-Boy Abrams hit me up and we talked and he told me about the event. And since then, man, it's been crazy. It's been one real roller coaster, man.
Man,
Yeah, man, you were such an inspiration, man. With you know, your whole visual, man. Like what
Had the
you
studio
brought.
jumping, man.
Like you had our entire studio
Bugging.
going crazy for you, bro. Like the energy that you brought, and you made it real, man. You brought like your art and your emotions to like real life, man. And like I felt it, and I think a lot of people felt the exact same way. I know Jeremy mentioned that. Like, why not shared a post on his
Favorite
Instagram
moment.
highlighting you as your his favorite moment, and so like it's incredible, man, what you guys do and what you're able to accomplish and what you were able to show on our live stream, man.
Yeah.
So thank you, man, for your time, for your family that was there supporting you, your friends, and that just raw energy, bro. It was so real, man.
Man, it's been so good to me, man, because I think this not only goes just for me, but also for all Kenyan and East African b-boys. We had Eric Summer as well. We had B-Boy Bossa. We had B-Boy Drift come out. And I think for me, what was most important about this experience was the fact that we as East African b-boys were able to showcase to the world what we can actually offer. So it's been, some of us have been getting chances here and there, but this was one chance from your home, showing the world what you can do. And that first round for me, like, it was just, when someone just gives you one chance and they tell you, show the world what you can do. So that was it for me. And I think going forward, you will see more and more African b-boys giving their all, because these are platforms. Break Free, you guys have given a platform that no one thought about.
Man, that's the best way you can ever put it, bro. It's like, and honestly, in all things that we do, we should look at it like that. Anytime that there's an opportunity in front of us, we should always look at it like it might be the last opportunity. And that's why you always have to go all out, man. And so thank you for doing that, bro. Like, the world is not going to forget about Kenya.
That's right.
The world is not going to forget about Zushi Africa. Like, no one is going to forget about you guys, man. And again, this is just the beginning. Break Free is definitely going to be doing more with you guys and more for the breaking scene. And so we hope to have you back on, competing, educating, and being a part of what we're doing, bro. Thank you so much.
Just the beginning.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much. We'll definitely be looking out, man. And thank you for supporting the African scene. There's been so much coming into the African scene, and hopefully, I also hope to see you guys again and to showcase to you guys again. Thank you so much.
God bless, brother. Take care.
God bless him, Zushi. We love you, brother. We love Kenya.
Much love, much respect, Break Free. Much love.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yo,
you know that real quick before we move on, I just thought about like if we were able to put together like an East African all-star team with like Eric Sama and Drift and then Zushi and have
that's it. You don't need nobody else. Yo, but isn't it crazy? Like, we're just connecting with people from halfway around the world instantly, man. And this is something that we've been wanting to do, and we're doing it now. And so there's no reason why this can get better or why we can't connect and uplift our scene, man. So thanks to everybody that tuned in.
Break Free Africa, the motherland, coming soon.
Yeah, there we go. DJ Denzel knows what's up. So let's go back, because I know we got to close out soon, but go back into the other projects real quick.
Well, thank you to everybody who joined us. And if you guys are tuning in, you do want to talk to us every Tuesday at 2 p.m. We have that feature available now.
Yeah, and real quick, it's 2 p.m. Houston time and 3 p.m. London. No.
We should know this by now.
Let me see, what time is it? 8 p.m. London time.
There we go.
Yeah.
Take Moy's word for it. I didn't say it.
8 p.m. London time, 2 p.m. Houston time.
And, yeah, we should know that by now.
Yeah.
But, okay. So along with any other, we're going to be introducing another podcast series, a lot of dope, cool, interactive live streams that we'll be doing throughout the week. This will all have this engagement where you guys being able to come in and connect with us. And I think that is a really humbling and reassuring thing to pull people's faces up on the screen from halfway across the world and hear from them. So thank you guys. So we earlier talked about our hip hop school initiative and us rolling out online classes. This goes into our second thing, which is coming at the end of May. And this is the Break Free Worldwide Escape. So what this is a 3-day seminar, an online conference, an online workshop series where we're going to open it up for free of charge to B-boys and B-girls from around the world. So registration for this is going to open up next week, actually on our website. And this is a 3-day conference that's going to consist of 3 types of interactions and training with us. Mental training, physical training, and then a summary Q&A type of environment at the end of it. So what that looks like throughout the 3 days, there'll be a first portion where mental training will fall under us being able to talk about history, talk about professionalism, talk about building a career path within breaking and b-boying and b-girling. And that comes from our staff of pioneers, which includes myself, Moy, B-Boy Palmer, B-Boy Beast Boogie, and we'll be headlining this series for B-Boys and B-Girls around the world for all levels, all ages to come in and participate with this.
Yeah.
It'll be going over 3 days, this 3-day time span. MVP, can you pull up that graphic one more time? The dates are the May 28th, the kickoff of everything, May 29th, and May 30th. So this is our next big initiative, our next big global initiative, where you can consider this just like the Breakthrough Worldwide 2020 Championship, but education. So this is the Break Free 2020 Education Championship in a way, the Break Free Worldwide Escape. You like that? So this is
I love it.
this is
Gets me so hyped.
this is your opportunity, guys, B-boys and B-girls around the world, to come and build with us and also connect. You guys saw our capabilities. We're able to pull up people from around the world and connect. So along with you guys being able to learn with us, you'll be able to connect from your home with B-boys and B-girls from around the world.
Yeah, man, we have a lot in store. Please, please, please take advantage, guys. We're providing this global workshop, seminar, webinar, whatever you want to call it, absolutely free. We want to be able to provide resources, knowledge, and anything that we have to offer to be able to uplift you guys. And we hope that you guys can do the same for us, as we're part of this webinar series, that you guys have great feedback for us to be able to uplift us and us so that our team can do better. And so we need your support for that. So we're going to be releasing a lot of that information on our website, breakfreeworldwide.com. So please stay up to date, log in. Yeah, become a member on our website. We talked about that a lot, about creating your profile. You know, you're going to use this profile as like your social media platform to be able to build on opportunities, gigs, career paths, resources, and add your own exclusive content, and also access other people's content, photos, and video libraries. And so take advantage of that. breakfreeworldwide.com. Sign up to our newsletter. Get all this information you need, because this is just the beginning for Break Free at a global level. Like, we've done a lot locally and nationally, and here and there attacked certain things internationally, but now literally we are a worldwide company that's going to connect with you like this instantly, as we just did with people from Africa, Dallas, Texas, and Germany. And look at that. Everyone was able to communicate with us fast, and that's the beauty about technology. And so don't miss out on that. May 28th through the 30th, our Break Free Worldwide Escape Workshop Webinar Series.
And I may just battle Moy as part of the series too. Maybe you'll see.
And Jeremy might lose his job after that.
Moving on. The third initiative, and this is, the first two that we rolled out are on the education side, but this is, of course, after this event and competition, people are asking, when's the next? When's the next? When's the next? When can I get down? I want to compete. I want to compete. And this is the answer. This is what we are bringing to you live and direct next. So MVP will pull it up. It's the Break Free Day Worldwide Championship. So July 13th is actually the official Break Free Hip Hop School Day in Houston, Texas. So we're taking that opportunity to bring to you a bigger and better competition online. So this is going to involve these specific categories: youth, B-girl, B-boy, and also all styles. So that is a huge announcement that all styles won. We, of course, did the B-boy and B-girl.
And now we got youth.
We'll be separating youth, and now we're introducing all styles. That's poppin', lockin', housing, right? We all know this huge all-style scene that exists. And we have really two key players that in the Houston scene and within Havocoro have been putting on and pioneering for the all styles freestyle dance scene, and that's Mario and Rick. You might have seen a feature from Rick, a part of the broadcast, but these two are going to be heading the initiative for the all styles category in it, along with, of course, our team already, who had worked on this worldwide championship, doing this Break Free Day championship. So this is our next big jam, and you heard it. It's bigger, it's better. You might be asking yourself how. We have already started the groundwork on it, and we are excited to bring.
Yeah, just wait. How? Wait for that information, because it is going to be big.
Yeah.
But what you do know now is that it is July 9th through 13th.
Yeah.
And the finals will be going down on our actual City of Houston Break Free Hip Hop School Day. 713 July 13th. So you have that information, guys. And if you missed it, go back to breakfreeworldwide.com. We're going to be constantly, literally every day, updating our website. Like, we have a team of graphics and web designers that are literally around the clock
next door doing it
updating it. Yeah, if we actually had a camera, we can take it and you can see they're in the offices working right now.
Yeah.
It's pretty incredible, man.
Yeah, can I leak this information? I think this is we decided this 2 days ago, but I think this is an awesome.
Oh, I already know what you're doing. Yeah, listen to this.
So you guys know the pre-selection, the preliminary process for the Worldwide Championship, and like all the online battles that are being thrown right now is submit a round, record it, and then you'll drop that into our Dropbox or send it to us an email, and we'll review it and we'll score it, and then we announce if you can qualify, right? And that is cool, but honestly, that was a lot of work on a lot of people's ends. On our end, having to review all this footage and do it right there, and also on your end, having to follow a link and drop your link into there and do that and have problems uploading it. So we, in a simple way, try to think, okay, how do you qualify at a real jam, right? You throw a showcase round, right? So judges call up your name, you throw a round, you represent, and then the judges score you live right there. So we thought, how can we do that for a competition? So that's exactly what we're going to do, is everyone who wants to participate will register into this competition and put their name into the preliminary process, and then we will have our preliminary days, right? So this will be just like our live broadcast, live prelims, where we call you up. We'll have our Zoom webinar, just like how we did with all the other B-boys and B-girls, and you will get your name called. You'll have your order, just like how we do in Cypher prelims, and you'll have a live broadcast of these prelims. So you'll get a chance, no matter what, to represent on live in your broadcast. You don't have to worry about submitting a round into Dropbox or emailing us a link or whatever. You're going to be able to throw around and have live prelims a part of this Break Free Day Worldwide Championship. So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Live prelims from the comfort of your own home, halfway around the world. This is going to be incredible.
Yeah, so we're not going to give you everything. Y'all going to have to stay tuned and stay connected with us. But registration for that will be opening very soon, along with the other two initiatives.
Yeah, pull up that graphic one more time.
Yeah,
show them those event dates one more time. Check that out, y'all. This is the event. These are the dates for the workshop.
May 28th.
May 28th through May 30th. And then for our event day, this is it right here, July 9th through 13th. And the prelim days will actually be a week or 2 weeks before that. So
May 28th, 29th, or June, sorry.
We'll announce those shortly. So you got some of the information right there, guys. We appreciate everybody tuning in from all over the world. I know that in our chat box, we just saw DWI Cindy, who was the most valuable B-girl representing APAC, Asia Pacific, mother of two, all the way from Indonesia. She's tuning in with us. And
Matita in the chat box too.
B-Boy Matita was in the chat box.
Small space, big stories.
It's just been an incredible journey, y'all. But, again, we thank you all for participating and being engaged and connecting with us and sharing your stories, and also dropping your comments and those fire emojis and everything that keeps us uplifted over here at Break Free. Don't forget, every Tuesday, 2 p.m. Houston Central Time and 8 p.m. London time, we're going to be going live, guys. So we'll find ways to connect with you guys, bring you up so we can chat and talk about different topics that are happening within our community.
Yes. Much love, everybody. We're going to get back to work. Stay connected with us through our website, www.breakfreeworldwide.com, and also on our Instagram, Breakthrough Worldwide, of course, for all of our updates. And shout out to our sponsors, Monster Energy and Houston Media Source. And you guys, shout out to you guys for inspiring us and making this full circle and making this a real community. So much love to our worldwide Break Free community. Peace.
Peace, y'all.
Have you ever wanted to have your own TV show? We can make that happen at Houston Media Source. When you walk in the door, all you need is an idea. We have everything you need: studios, cameras, lights, microphones, and more. All professional quality and state-of-the-art. Get started by attending one of our free orientation sessions every Monday at 6 p.m. at our studios at 410 Roberts near Minute Maid Park. Get more information online at hmstv.org. Make your voice heard with Houston Media Source.